What's up, guys? Welcome back to Out of Left Field. I've got Erin Coffel on the couch with me today. It's blazing hot in Chicago, but she's making it happen. She's got a game in like 3 hours. The girls that I've had on this podcast have been incredible making time. I'm so excited to talk to you today because if y'all didn't know, first ever AUSL MVP sitting next to me. And before we jump into that, I want to go back to the beginning.
Let's do it.
Tell me about the small town life where you grew up before Kentucky, before pro softball.
It's actually funny you asked that. We had an off day yesterday and I went home to it. I just needed a little off day. It's 2 hours from here, so
not bad.
I went home, I got Jack, and I came back here. But yeah, I think I wouldn't change it for the world. You know, going back there now, it's funny how much you take for granted. So I grew up around the same girls. I played softball with the same girls from middle school on to high school. So it really is something that you can't take for granted. And then when you look back, you're like, I did take that for granted. So I wouldn't change it for the world, though. I won a state championship in high school with my best friends and best friends that I still call my girls today. So just small town life. I still go take ground balls in my high school field, still go into the gym and get work in and all that. So,
I love that. Who are some of the people that maybe you go back and see that kind of have really helped you get to where you are today?
My high school coach is one of them. I always text him every winter break, hey, you want to come play first base for me? Hey, you want to throw a little BP for me? So he's always one for sure that I call. I actually, when I was with Wilson last year, I made him a custom first base glove. That had like state champs on it and stuff like that. So that was a really surreal moment for me. He helped change the game for me. He made me believe in myself a little bit more, and he always encouraged me to just get after it. So
can we dig into that?
Yeah, let's
So when
do
you
it.
have a coaches can be great,
right?
They can sometimes not be the best for you.
Totally.
But when you tell me that a coach helped you believe in yourself, walk me through that. What did that look like? That perspective change for you, for somebody else to help you gain that confidence.
Right. And he talked so highly of me, and that was great for me. Because I'm not somebody who talks highly of myself, especially back in high school. And I was super, super hard on myself. So he just helped me gain confidence, especially hitting. He encouraged me to take swings, take hacks, you know, don't be afraid. So that was really big for me. One thing he did do, and if he's gonna watch this, I know he will.
We're gonna send it to him.
Yeah, we will. He always was he hated the sidearm in the infield. He was not a fan of the quarter slot. I don't know why. I don't know if I've changed his mind now, but he hated that. I think it was just his old school way of thinking, you know? So that was one thing he wasn't a huge fan of, but I think I've changed his mind on that now.
I was going to say, you have to ask him.
I do, I know.
Because look at your track record.
Right, I know.
And see what he thinks about it now.
And all the times we've taken ground balls in the gym in the winter, and he's seen me do it, so he has to be a fan of it
Maybe
now.
you have a pass.
Right,
Maybe
I know.
you get a pass. You're just like one of those scenarios that you just kind of let it happen.
I remember one time during practice, some random practice in March, it was freezing cold outside, we were playing catch. We were doing something for a challenge, and he was like, Erin, if you throw this ball sidearm and it goes to the fence, the whole entire team is running. And I, of course, did that. So
everybody's running.
Yep, everyone ran, and I still threw sidearm after that. So
you know what? If it works, it works.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't take my advice at all. Listen to her. But so when you talk about, you said something about struggling to talk to yourself nicely, which I will say as females, we do that in general.
Tough,
how have you combat that to be able to perform at the plate and maybe be a little bit more positive in your approach?
Right. I think that for me last year was a game changer. I finally figured out sometimes you just got to be a little bit delusional, right? Have a little bit of a delusional belief about yourself.
Love it.
Because at the end of the day, it's really not as bad as you think it is. I told myself that in college a lot. Negatively, I talked really bad to myself, and I was just like, it was almost like a pain to be alone, because you were alone with your thoughts. And then when I got here to AU right after my senior year, I was struggling really bad, and I listened to this podcast by the Mindset Mentor.
Love that.
Yes. It was just like a quick hitter, 15 minutes, and it was all about like delusional belief. And that, honestly, from there on, has opened my eyes to so many things. And honestly, not to say I'm perfect now, I'm still struggling with it a little bit. I think everybody does, all athletes do, you know? I don't know if you've heard of the inner game of tennis.
Yep.
Yeah. The self-one.
Yep.
Yep. So I think trying to recognize that voice has been really big for me, and I'm still working on it, but just to be a self-2 queen, you know?
Can you explain that for people
Yes.
who have no clue what we're talking about right now?
Yep, I got you. So self-1 is more of like the analytical mind.
Yep.
The mind that's telling you you're not good enough, you know, why are you doing this? How are you doing this? And self-2 is the child in you, the childlike mannerisms that you bring out, and just to be so present in the moment, that's been really big for me. So that's kind of a little background of self-1, self-2.
Which, again, it's kind of woo-woo, I guess, but like when you talk to yourself kindly and you are a little bit delulu, as they say, the results that start to come about. I just talked to Jasmine Jackson, who's with the Atlanta Smoke, and we had a conversation about how she labeled herself. When she was labeling herself as somebody who does lessons and coaches and plays professional softball as kind of like on the back burner, it was a different way that she was living and showing up versus when she said, I'm a professional softball player confidently, and the rest is the extra. And how you label yourself, how you talk to yourself, it's crazy how it starts to manifest in real life.
So crazy. And my high school, college self would have never in a million years believed that. And just because you get stuck in your ways, you know, you're in your own way. Drake Davis, Sip Drake, have you heard of him? Yeah. we're on the same page here. How long can you stay out of your way to stack momentum? So that's been really, really big for me, and I'm hoping that I get to work with him eventually, but
Oh, we'll put it out there. We're just gonna start tagging all and letting them know.
Sip Drake, work with me. I'll work with you, please.
Have there been any moments where you've caught yourself kind of mentoring teammates who maybe are experiencing what you experienced last year or before that?
100%. I think, and I also mentor young athletes too a little bit. So that, like the coaching side of things, when I was at Florida this past year, I do remote lessons. And just being able to help young girls with that kind of stuff has kind of flipped my thinking of it all. It's been like a reset for me, and it's also when I teach them, I'm teaching myself. It's a constant reminder. So I think that right there has been big for me. And of course, like, you know, putting little spots on my teammates, like, hey, let's go, we're good, you know? And I think, again, it's a reminder to myself as well, because the self-1 is always trying to creep back in.
Always. It's an intentional decision every day to not listen to that version. And sometimes you get stuck.
You do.
Especially for y'all. Y'all are competing at the highest level in softball. Like, of course, you're going to be a little analytical sometimes. Talk to me about AUSL, because yes, you won the first ever MVP award for the league, which is insane to think. Have you actually like soaked that in?
I don't think so. I don't know if I'll ever sink that in. There's always these expectations that you have, right?
Let's talk about it.
Yeah. So, I mean, first the AUSL. I think Kim Ng has done such a phenomenal job. I'm so glad that she's our leader of this league, and I know we're in great hands. There's just, I know there's so many behind the scenes things that we don't even see. We have no idea that's happening, and it's just done at such a high level. I can see this league going on for a really long time, which makes me feel so good about, you know, being here and not like worrying about if I'm going to have a job next year and all of that. Obviously, I have to put in the work and all that, but I know the league will be here. You know, so I think that is great, and that's awesome. But back to the other thing that we were talking about.
Expectations. That heavy word right there.
Right. And we had a kind of a team chat right at the beginning. Back in Florida when we were in spring training, we had a really bad scrimmage against the Blaze, and we were like, oh goodness. Oh no.
Yikes.
Oh gosh. And right before our first game in Utah, we kind of had a little small talk about it, and I was like, if I try to be the MVP again, I'm not going to get anywhere. So, and I think right there, that's a constant, like, be you right now, right? You're not, the MVP, hitter of the year, but like, what are you going to be right now? So I think that I kind of told that to the team as well, like, whoever you were, okay, that's awesome, that's gotten you here, but like, be you, be the best self that you can be right now. So
that's such good advice, because I feel like a lot of, I've gotten the privilege to speak to a lot of athletes about pressure, and when you do these big things and have the accolades, like, how does the rest of the career unfold, and how do you deal with that? So to hear you say that you're aware of the expectations, but you're going to play where you are and kind of send that message to the rest of your team, I think that's something that young athletes should also hear too. be present where you are, and like, yes, what's gotten you here has gotten you here, and you should be proud of it, but be present where you are.
Right.
Great advice. Take notes, guys. I'm talking to some of the best in the world, please.
Please.
When you look at your vision for softball, this episode is sponsored by Solero Shades, official eyewear of the Out of Left Field Tour. Shout out Solero. What is, or maybe who is somebody that kind of shaped your vision for softball and the future of it?
You know, I think going to Florida as a GA, after I went to Kentucky for 4 years, it really helped, you know, getting to work with Coach Walton and somebody who was in the USA pool for a long time. I think he really showed me and was always talking about all the greats, but also talking about, you know, Skylar and Amanda and, you know, those people who are really shaping the game for what it is. And I think Skylar is doing such a phenomenal job of putting herself out there, but you know, her brand that comes with it. Like she motivates me every single day. Like she is just so impactful with her words and where she's going and just how she holds herself. And I think that is somebody who is like, she gives me so much inspiration and motivation every single day. And the fact that I get to call her a teammate is just, boom, it's awesome. And on top of not only a teammate, a really good friend. So.
I think of all the answers you could have given me, that was probably the coolest to hear you say Skylar, because as an outsider, she gets me off my ass when I am slacking.
Right,
like, go follow Skylar on social media. She will light a fire under your ass.
She will.
But to hear that from you, and I know you guys are good friends and you're in the grind together every day. That's really cool to hear.
Yeah, she's awesome.
I will round out because we're melting. It is so hot. This was in the shade before she got here, I swear.
It's okay, we're getting that UV.
I know. I better be getting some tan lines. When you are done with softball, not yet, okay? But when you are, what do you want people to remember about you? What legacy do you want to leave behind?
I think that there's so much more to this game. You know, I always say that and people always say that, but it's okay to care, to truly, truly care. And I think that is one of the coolest things because, you know, right now it's like, be cool, you know, it's just a game, it's not who you are, but it shaped so much of me. And I think that is something that I will never take for granted because, I mean, I am a lot of who I am because of softball and because of the people that I met and the experiences that I've had and the life lessons that it's taught me. Sports teach you so much about life. And I think that's one of the greatest things about it.
Erin, thank you for giving me time today. Y'all, it's 4th of July and she's got a game in a few hours and she's still
Go USA!
Yeah, go USA. You guys make sure you subscribe. We're gonna have awesome stories and conversations coming to y'all all summer long. AUSL MVP, first ever AUSL MVP. How lucky are we? Thank you.
Thank you so much.